Okay. So are y'all in no contact right now? And I really don't know what no contact really means, because when I do no contact, I'm not ever trying to talk to you ever again. It's not like we decided to take a break and we'll catch up in a week or so. I don't do that. It's we together, we not, nigga. Okay. So I guess that's no contact if I don't contact you, right? But it's not a game though. I'm not doing no contact for funsies. Like it really it is what it is. Like, I'll see you, never worry. Like, God bless you. Deuces, Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not doing that, if it's not the all or nothing, then I guess that would be no contact, where you're playing games with yourself and playing games with your mind and playing games with their mind. But I don't do that. But anyway, so let's say you are in that no contact phase where you're playing games and you're not talking to them. This is what I want you to know. Let him do him, sis. You need to move on. Because if he wanted to, he would have. If he wanted to text you, he would have. If he wanted to FaceTime, he would have. If he wanted to call you, he would have. If he wanted to send them flowers, he would have. If he wanted to send you your favorite Lego set, he would have. If he wanted to send you a gift card to Target or Walmart, I don't know, Amazon, he would have. But if he didn't do that, if he did not put your name in a hot air balloon talking about baby taking you back, then let him do him, sis. And like, if you saw I listed stuff that wasn't extreme, right? Besides the hot air balloon. I mean, I guess that's extreme, but I don't know. But if he doesn't text you, baby, come to the window and he's out there with his radio boombox, if he doesn't say that, let him do him, sis. And I know this is a very hard time in your relationship, or even in your mind, or even at the break of a relationship, the no contact, or it's for real over. No matter where you are mentally with this, let him do him. It's going to be hard, but don't you contact him. Don't you reach out to this man. Don't you do nothing. It's okay. It's natural to think about somebody and to miss someone and to cry and to just not be able to get out the bed or off the couch. That is okay. That is natural. But don't you use your fingers to text nobody. Okay? Don't you call nobody. And don't you be like, I got to get the last word in. He need to hear this. You are maturing when you got a paragraph in you and you don't say nothing. Just know that, okay? Just know that. So number one, do not contact this man. If he wanna be single, if he wanna be out in them streets, let him and his street meat be out there with the girls who do not know their worth. Because if he wanted to, he would have. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, let's say you actually see him out. You out somewhere eating by yourself because you know what? You are healing. You don't got to be in someone's face in order for you to heal. You don't got to be between someone's legs in order for you to heal. You actually depend on God. You depend on you writing in your journal. You depend on you thinking things out. You thinking about the good times and the bad times, and knowing that no matter what happened, it was for my good, that it did not end up in the way that I thought it should have ended up, which was marriage, right? You are healing. So let's say you see him out and he sees you out. I want you to act like this person does not exist. Because we know when you go out, you cute. You smelling good. Maybe you got some Lave Est on. You know what I'm saying? Got your hair done, got your lashes on. You just, you in your new fitted, whatever. You look good. I want you to leave that house and look good. Don't leave the house bummy, because you might run into your ex. Or it could be your current man, but it could be your ex at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Don't look like what you're going through. You could be having the biggest heartbreak. Don't you leave the house in no bonnet. Don't you leave the house in no pajama pants. Don't you leave the house in a 3-day-old t-shirt that has mustard stains on. Don't you do it. Okay? You better leave the house stunting. You better leave the house making them gag. Okay? And make sure your car is clean too. Okay? Because you just want, when you see me, I want you to see that I look like money around here. And that's on period, right? No matter if we're together or not together. Know that. That's on period. Either way, I want you to act like you have not seen him. And usually during this time when he does see you, he's going to send you a text. I can't tell. It's been 2 situations specifically, but I can't tell you how many times where I saw my ex, let's say, it normally was when I was eating for lunch, and it was 2 different exes, 2 different situations, 2 different states, 2 different everything. But it was black men. So, black men want to chase you to the end of the world. But anyways, I saw him And then I was, talking to my coworker, so I act like I didn't see him, but I knew that he saw me when he saw me though, because I got eyes in the back of my head and in the front and in the side. And I just kept on talking. Next thing you know, I get a text, right? I look at my text and I go back to talking. I want you to know you need to act like this person never existed. You need to act like this person is not the one, even though they really could be the one. Because at the end of the day, if they wanted to, they would have. And then when you get time, when you're done with the conversation, you text them back like, hey, how you doing? Oh, you saw me? Well, God bless you, because if the person really wants to apologize, those would be the first words that's coming out their mouth. Literally. Even if they don't mean it. A man knows how to apologize. They know what's right from wrong. They know that they treated you bad. But if they don't apologize first before they come back on your phone, get out of here. Also, if you have deleted them and they don't announce themselves, it's been months since you talked. A lot of men keep your number, even though you don't cuss them out, told them that your mama's black, your kid's black, everybody black up in there, and everybody go with HEW, So they will keep your number even though you cuss them out to the ground. I don't understand that. That goes for any race, but I don't even understand that, but they will keep your number. But if you are grown and mature and you deleted her number and you told her, you know what, God bless you, this is not going to work, and they come up on your phone 3 months later and they be like, hey, P. And I'm like, I always, usually 9 times out of 10, I know who it is, but I'm like, who is this? When I tell you that gets them in their jugular, they hate that. But that's what you get when you don't know how to be, consistent, when you don't know how to apologize out the gate. And sometimes their ego may not allow them to apologize because my ego is going to make me act like I don't know you. Okay. Even if I want to know you, even if I want to talk to you, my spirit's calling out for you. You need to show me some respect, because if they wanted to, they would have, right? Anyway, so either way, don't contact this person. But if they do contact you, then maybe you can start the conversation. I'm not saying that you need to be petty, but at the same time, you got to follow a man's lead. And if you are the mature person and this person is not being mature enough for you or not acting right, then it's time for you to let shawty go. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't always be the man in a relationship, okay? You can't always be in your masculine energy and they always in their feminine, knowing that we have our ebbs and flows, we have our yin and yang, but you can't consistently be the man in a relationship when you have a vagina. Know that, okay? That's on period. Anyways, okay. So this is also a key I want you to know. So while you're in your letting him do him, sis, and you're not contacting him, or even if he has contacted you, and maybe let's say you do reconcile, make sure he's actually genuinely sorry if he does reconcile. Make sure you guys start over. Don't, because I've done this too as a mistake, girl, where a man apologized a week later and was like, okay, now can I come over? Yes, of course I want you over. I've been missing you since you left. But that was the worst mistake ever. I should have let him start from the beginning. No, you're going to have to date me. You're going to have to bring me flowers. You're going to have to take me out. You're going to have to act like I'm the woman that you wanted when you first met me, when you were making me laugh every day, when you were being super sweet, when you was giving me money for nothing. Because when you let a man come back in, he is going to follow suit into his old actions that made you have to leave him in the first place. Because a man will be lazy and he won't leave you, but he'll make you leave him by being mean to you, showing less interest, texting you, communicating with you lesser. Yeah. And how he does that is by not texting you, not talking to you, and making you leave, right? So let this man go. If he comes back and apologizes, make sure he apologizes correctly and he's on his P's and Q's. He's acting like a real man, okay? But anyways, okay, so back to how you need to stalk this person. This is the key I wanted to tell you about. You need to stalk this person and you need to do it covertly. And what I mean by covertly, as in like this man will never know that it's you and he will never know that you are actually stalking him. Now, I haven't really ever had to do this until here recently. And I started thinking, I said, this is what everyone else does. So I had to they call it a burner account. I had to make a burner account and go stalk him and all his exes and everything, so I can really get to see what the lingo is, who she wasn't, what you doing, what you supposed to be doing, what you're not doing, right? And then meanwhile, this person will never know that it's you because one, your account is going to show up and when you look in their stories, they're going to see your account, right? Sometimes you do that because you want them to notice you, but usually when you stalking and you in the no contact phase, you don't want them to notice you. So you might have to make a new Instagram account. Or if you know they're big on TikTok, you might have to make a TikTok account with no pictures, nothing, right? And I realized a lot of people do that. I did not know that was a thing, because when I'm over with somebody, when I say no contact, there's no contact. It's called, I will never see you again. Get best of luck, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So if I look at your page, I'm not ever going to look at your story because I'm not that interested. But if I still love you, if I still think there's a chance, yes, I'm going to stalk you. But you'll never know it, because let him do him, sis. Because if he wanted to, he would have. If he wanted to come back a week later, he would have. If he wanted to send you flowers on Valentine's Day, even though you haven't talked to him in a month, he would have. But since he did not, we know he's entertaining somebody else or somebody's else. We know he is spreading it low and dipping it wide, or whatever they say. You know what I'm saying? You know that he is doing that. He is using another vagine to get over you. He is escaping in another pee in order to get over you. And since that is so successful for him, let him stay over there, sis. Let him stay over there, because if he wanted to, he would have. Okay. Lastly, this is what I want you to do while you are in your no contact, or for me, let him do him, sis. I want you to focus on you. It is nothing like focusing on you when you are in your no contact, or you are just done with this guy. You decided he's a bum nigga. You decided he wasn't the one, or you decided that, you know what, he might be the one, but he needs to come back on his own cognizance. He needs to come back on his own manhood, because I can't continue to be the man in a relationship. I'm the woman. I'm going to be my feminine energy. So I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to squat like I ain't squatted before, okay? I'm going to read the word and talk to God like I ain't never had a conversation with him before. And we're going to be in consistent communication, okay? We're going to be doing that. It's going to be me and God all day. And it's already like that, but for real, when you go through a breakup, you really see what God was trying to show you from the jump. And that's how you know that God was always there with you and through there with you and wanted you to make it or not make it. But you only know when you have a conversation with God what he really wants for you. But anyways, you're getting in the gym. You're reconnecting or strengthening that connection with God, right? You are doing what you need to do to level up. You're losing your weight, whether it's 1 to 2 pounds a week. You're eating right. You're cutting out that sugar. You're drinking less wine. You're drinking less beer. You're eating less snacks. Now, for me, them zebra cakes, I can't even buy zebra cakes because I will eat the whole box. And then I'll have a gut after that, right? So now, you are being mindful of what you're intaking. You're being mindful of what you're watching on the internet. You're being mindful of what you're watching on the TV, on all these little streaming services. You're very mindful of everything because you want the junk that's already in you from that relationship that you had. It's in you. It's on your spirit and in you. You need to go ahead and let that go. So how you let it go is you don't feed it. You let it out. You give it space to no longer grow within inside you, and you let it out. And sometimes you got to cast things out. I cast things out my front door, out the window. When I'm feeling a certain type of way, if I need to, cast things out in the name of Jesus, I do it. No matter where I'm at, I'm going to do it because I believe in the Lord. And I know that there's a lot of things that are supernaturally going on around us. And you have to be cognizant of that in the spiritual realm. But anyways, focus on you, focus on God, focus on your fitness, focus on your health, focus on that bag. Now, if you got a JOB, make sure you're the number one stunner at work. Make sure you are the number one person. You have the best annual report. They cannot fire you. They need you. I know Trump is trying to fire everybody, but they need you. You're going to be the last one that they would ever want to fire, So you are leveling yourself up. And I'm telling you, while you are stalking him covertly, he definitely is stalking you covertly too, but he ain't going to tell you. And you're not going to ever know, right? Because he's pulling a you on you. But he's going to see that you are leveling up while there is no contact, while you told him to get a life, while you told him to kick rocks, while you told him to jump off that. He's going to see that that I was a little fatter. You are got a better, brighter confidence about yourself. And also I will tell you too, when you in your no contact and you are leveling up, you will find out that the person that you was with was probably a demon. That probably was somebody that actually, when you finally got out from underneath them, a darkness came off of you, like something lifted off of you, something broke off of you that you didn't even know was on you, or you were underneath that spell. You literally were underneath a spell and you did not know it until you got into that no contact season, or see a never weary season if it's me, right? Anyways, at the end of the day, you gotta let him do him, sis. And you got to do you. So when you are focusing on you, I promise you, God's going to bring the right people into your life. Whether it's a new girlfriend, a new homie, a new man, maybe it could be none of that. And he's bringing you back to you in your life. You are reconnecting with yourself. You're reconnecting with your soul. You're being happy again. You actually are getting your personality back, because when you was with him, you had to dull that personality down in order for him to feel like a man. Never again will I lower myself so a man can feel like a man. Like I said, if you got to be in your manly energy, he got to be in his feminine because he feel less than around you, is that really supposed to be the man for you? A man's supposed to be making your life easy. You're not making a man's life easy, because that's how a man uses you. And he sees that you're making his life easy. He ain't got to put a ring on your finger. He ain't got to marry you. He's never going to marry you then. If you're doing everything that a wife is doing, but you're actually just a girlfriend or somebody's situationship. Anyways, so in this video, I hope you learned that you have to let him do him. You need to focus on you. Do what you got to do. No contact, no communication. Stalk a little bit though, but keep it moving. Don't stalk to the point where you need to cuss him out again, right? Just when you see yourself getting irritated or hot and angry, remove yourself, go do some push-ups, do something, because this person can't be in control of your emotions anymore. This person was not man enough to stay and to work it out and to fix things with you. He wanted to move on to the next P. So let him go over there with the roach P's, with his roach D, and keep it moving, okay? Period.